action figure fans, it's the one and only Optibotimus coming to you with another video review. And on today's episode, thanks to the folks over at Disney, we're going to be taking a look at their new interactive remote control Spider-Bot. The Avengers are setting up new headquarters and training facilities around the globe to inspire all potential recruits willing to step up and become something more. As part of this global initiative, Tony Stark has founded the Worldwide Engineering Brigade, or WEB for short, to develop advancements in superpowered technology, including new enhancements to Spider-Man's suit as their debut project. By bringing together the world's brightest young inventors, the WEB is creating new interfaces that will empower all of us to join the ranks of Earth's mightiest. Soon you'll be able to embark on an action-packed adventure alongside the amazing Spider-Man. When Peter Parker's helpful but otherwise buggy Spider-Bots get stuck in replication mode and escape from a web workshop, Spider-Man must stop the rampaging robots before they wreak total techno-havoc across all of Avengers campus. Problem is, they're rapidly leveling up and becoming tougher to beat. Your task will be to hop aboard a web slinger vehicle and help weave a frenzied web to trap these friendly neighborhood sidekicks in true Spidey style. It's up to you to unleash your inner hero and save the campus from complete chaos. And once you're done doing that, you can take your own Spider-Bot home with you. This little guy is exclusively available at Disneyland in California, and then later will be available at Disneyland Paris. For the package, absolutely very cool looking. You got this really nice open window that showcases the entire bot, and you got this really nice outer frame. You got a little handle right here so you can carry your own bot around. But I love it. It's really very well done. Come around to the back of it. You can see, again, it is designed by the Worldwide Engineering Brigade. That's the logo for it. And then you come around to the bottom of the box, and you got some kind of instructions and things of that nature. It says every hero needs a friendly sidekick to help protect their neighborhood. This Spider-Bot battles enemies with programmed combat and defensive abilities to fight just like a spider. It features a remote-controlled 360-degree movement, works with tactical upgrades which are sold separately and will be coming later on, has a battle gameplay mode, projector shield, light up eyes, a crouching feature, as well as sounds. Then here you can kind of see the battle damage. The top of his head basically pops off, which I think is hilarious. And I love this little nod right here that says that this was invented by Peter Parker. It's absolutely wonderful. You can see batteries, things like that. This will retail in the park at $79.99. Now, I don't know if annual pass discounts apply to it. I don't have an annual pass anymore, so I'm not sure. And they didn't tell me. So I would imagine I'm not sure, honestly. I know right now in this strange COVID world that we live in, this is being actually sold early, starting December 4th of 2020. And it will be available at Downtown Disney because you can't get into California Adventure where Avengers Campus will be. Although they recently did open Buena Vista Street, so again, that's information I'm a little bit fuzzy on. I'm not sure if they're going to be. I would imagine they'll probably be selling it in or on Buena Vista Street, but it might be easier just to do the little pop-up thing at Downtown Disney. I don't know. Either way, we're getting it early because Avengers Campus was supposed to open this past summer. So these guys have probably been sitting around for a long time waiting to be used. And now that they've slowly started opening things in Disneyland, I would imagine they decided to put these out to just kind of get some out there. And I'm absolutely okay with that. But for the packaging on this guy, that's about it. I know that was a long introduction. I apologize. Thank you for sticking with me. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we have the Spider-Bot opened up and out of its packaging. And right out of the box, this guy is ready to go. While the bot itself does require 4 AA batteries and the remote requires 2 AAA batteries, the nice thing is that they are included. So you can rip that package open and play with this guy right away. To get it going, come around to the bottom section here of the bot, and you got the little on and off switch right here. You're going to see a little light flashing and his eyes lighting up. And of course, lets you know that he's online. And then you come around to the remote. You got that little switch as well back there. You're going to flip that on, and it will automatically pair to the spider bot. So it activated it, and then you can see you got additional lights. It's still doing things. Lights that turn on here. Those will come in with the battle gameplay. And it just kind of goes through different things. So now it's all paired and ready to go. After about 5 minutes of inactivity, this will turn off. So you won't have to worry about killing the batteries or anything like that, but then you'll have to cycle it back on and off. So because it's on, you'll have to turn the switch to off and then turn it back on. Same thing with the remote control. Now, while you can use this just by itself, and it's fun crawling it around, I guess, and just playing with it, it's really designed to work with other spider bots to interact with them. That's the interactive aspect of this entire thing. Unfortunately, I only have one of them, so I can't really illustrate the play feature with it. But you can still go through and do it. So much like a video game controller, you got buttons on the top section here, and then you got the controls right down here. When you do have this with another bot, there are infrared things on here where you can point it at another bot and you can shoot it. So this right here is a standard blaster. You're going to see these two small eyes up there blink when I push this button. So you can kind of see that. They blink kind of red. Now, if you're battling another robot, you're going to be shooting other robots. And like I said, the infrared stuff all works in that regard. This is your bot's life bar. There are a total of 10 digital lives, which are represented by the 5 LED lights. A standard blaster, which this one with the little light up eyes there, that's a standard blaster. That will remove 1 digital life or half of one of these LED lights. So each one is basically like worth 2. The Deluxe Blaster will remove 1 full light or 2 digital lives. After all the digital lives are gone and all the lights are off, the spider bot will, well, his dome will pop off and the spider bot powers down. To reactivate it, you have to then again go in, flip the switch to turn them off, and then recycle them back on again. So, I mean, that's really fun to do. So you have to control them and move them around to kind of battle with those other bots. So like I was showing you, the standard bot right here, or the standard blast, which is going to be this button right there, gets those. Now, if you do it too much, it will overheat. So if you do it 5 times, it'll... See, now
Blaster recharging.
It's overheated. Now, it only powers down for like 5 seconds or something, but then you can keep going. Because obviously you want to try to get your opponent as quickly as possible. So you're... I can't shoot you anymore. Then you gotta wait, and then it makes you susceptible. So you have to be very careful with things. Now you do have the Deluxe Blaster, which makes all 4 of his eye lights flash red when that's activated. Now the thing is that these ones are special and more powerful. Obviously they take away 2 digital lives, so you only are given 3 of those rounds. Once the gameplay is over and you cycle on and off the remote and the spider bot itself, then all the lights will be reloaded. So it is a little bit tedious to have to constantly keep turning them off and then turning them back on. You gotta stop and do it. I wish there was a way that they could have done it a little bit differently, but it is what it is. So this, like I said, is your indicator of how many of these Deluxe Blasts you have. So now you got the eyes. We're gonna push that button right there, and you can see all the lights, and it sounds different, but also now I have now reduced 1 of my lights here. So I'm down to only 2. So again, now I only have 1. This is going to be the one that you're going to mostly want to use if you have a desperate act and you really want to try to catch up. You have limited uses of the deluxe one that you can blast to go after your opponent. But now it's completely gone. So nothing works. And that's the gameplay mode. Now there's a couple things that you can do to help protect yourself. Yes, I know. What you can do, you got other buttons right here. Now, this one on the bottom section is the crouch button. When you press it, the spider bot is protected from the standard blast. It can still be hit by the deluxe one, but it gives you a little bit of a defense mechanism. Pushing it fast, though, repeatedly will also overheat it like the standard blaster will, and it will turn off to, again, make you vulnerable. So pushing this, it's not a big crouch, but I feel like it's not. It depends on the surface that it is. So you can see, I mean, my surface here is pretty smooth, so it might be having a hard time getting it to do it. But you can see the crouch aspect. So I don't even actually know now where he is. Yeah, all right. So there we go. The surface here is a little bit smoother here. It works a little bit better on rougher surfaces, even when it comes to moving them around, which I'll show you. And I'll get into some of those details here in a bit. But that crouch feature, again, saves you a little bit. You also do get a projector shield. That is this top button. When you press that, it's also protected by the standard blast and can still be hit by the deluxe blaster. But this one lasts for 10 seconds and then it needs to recharge. And it creates a little logo right here. So when you push that top button, I don't know, that's really not going to be easy. Oh, you can kind of sort of see it right there. So now you can see his eyes are pulsating because the shield is recharging. So now the eyes are back on and there it is again. I don't know how well, but you can see it's the Spider-Man logo. Let me see if I can project it up on there where you can, oh, well, no.
Shields recharging.
See, and then if you hit it, it tells you that the shields are recharging. All right, so here we go. So you can kind of see the logo right there. It's kind of hard to see. I apologize, but that's really fun to do. So that's another type of shield that you can use to protect yourself from the bad guys. Now, as I talked about, there are going to be tactical upgrades that will be coming out later and are sold separately. They will allow your Spider-Bot to have unique sounds, light colors, projector shields, and custom attributes. So this top dome section will be able to be swapped out. Now I'm going to show you the instructions here because this is some of them. Like you got one that kind of looks like it's got wings on it. That looks like I don't even know, but they're different domes and different accessories that you can plug into this. So that's cool that you'll be able to customize this to kind of look how you want yours to look. I really dig that. But if you're not fighting with a robot and you want to make his head pop off, you can push this round button right here.
Self-destruct in 3, 2, 1.
Now, this is the part that you'll change with all the different domes and things of that nature. I would imagine like it looks like you'll be able to change these pieces out as well. I'm not exactly sure how that all works. The thing that again I'm not a big fan of, to put this back on, it doesn't lock down by itself. You have to now turn it off and then turn it on. And then you can push that down and lock it. So, yeah, like I said, the on and off thing is a little bit of an annoyance, especially if you're going to be playing a lot with this guy. So, again, let's oh, and then, so now once you do that, you have to turn this off, turn this back on, and then you have to connect it again. Now that recharges those blasters. So that's going again, and
Self-destruct in 3, 2, 1.
And again, if you are battling someone, once you deplete all of that, that will do that pretty much automatically. So it's just, like I said, the on and off thing can get annoying. So you just kind of hold that down. It's spring loaded, so just hold that down, turn it on, and then it locks it back down like that. But now that is in that, and then you can see this doesn't control it now. You have to turn this off and turn that back on. So I do wish that that was done a little bit better. I just feel like that's tedious to do. If you didn't want to do the gameplay mode stuff, you can just play with them. These buttons right here make him go up and down, or forward and back. These make him go left and right. So came off the side here, sorry. Now, the surface, again, is really kind of what you want to pay attention to when you're playing with this guy. Talking about the details, I think that it is amazing looking. It absolutely looks realistic, and I love it. I mean, I can almost say that this is a movie prop by kind of some standards and stuff. But I wish that these little bits right here had a rubbery feel. They're just plastic. If they were rubber, I feel like they would do a better job of actually gripping whatever surface you're trying to throw him on. Or maybe it's like if it's on cement or something, it's probably working pretty good, because obviously this is a smooth surface. But I also have a linoleum floor in my apartment here, so it has a hard time moving around quickly. But you can see if you push it down, it works a little bit better. So the forward and back, left and right. If you wanted to have him kind of curve as he's walking, you're going to want to push like the forward button, and then you can see holding one gets one side to move. So again, this one moves as you're going to have him kind of curve around when you're doing it. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to move him around. You're going to control him. I mean, I really do think he's super fun and adorable. I think that people are going to absolutely go crazy for this. It is interactive. Like I said, it's fun. You can play around with the different looks and sounds of it, which I can't wait to be able to do myself. I will more than likely get every single one of them. And I'm looking over here. My cats do not like this thing at all. I do wish there were a little bit more cutesy kind of sounds, but I guess it's a robot, so suppose that it makes sense not to have it. I'm really very impressed with it. A lot of new stuff has been coming out from Disney for the Disney parks that have had some kind of like remote control aspects. So they used a lot of it with the Galaxy's Edge stuff, like the little droids that you can build. So maybe they'll have a shop where you can build your own Spider-Bot inside Avengers Campus. That'd be kind of cool. I know. So ultimately, this is a great toy. I think a lot of kids are going to love it. I think they're going to play with it over and over again. Subjectively, I think that this is a great toy. It's fun, it's interactive, and it has the ability to be expanded on. I think that that is great. I love the fact that they're taking kind of toys and making them like a video game. I think that that is a great step in a direction of a kid nowadays that is entertained by iPads and things of that nature. One thing that I would say that I'm not a huge fan of is the way that you have to constantly power down and flip the switches. That's just tedious to do and takes away from some of the fun. I wish that there was a better way that they could have incorporated that, regardless of, or away from kind of having to do that all the time. So this is something that I would absolutely recommend picking up. This is great. I don't know, unfortunately, if it's going to be available anywhere else. I know that it will be available at Downtown Disney right now on the 4th of December. And then later on in 2021, when Avengers Campus at Disneyland eventually... Oh, and now it just turned off. But as I was saying, it will be available also later on at Avengers Campus in 2021. And then subsequently when Avengers Campus opens at Disneyland Paris. And at a price of $80, it's actually a little bit cheaper than some of the other remote control droids that you can get in Disney. Like the droids inside Galaxy's Edge, those are $100. And don't really do as much as this one does. So for a Disney park exclusive, I do think that the price is pretty good. So if you are going to the park, this is absolutely something that I would recommend picking up. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Once again, I gotta send a huge shout out to the folks over at Disney for helping to make this review possible. Also, I gotta send a huge shout out to all of my patrons and channel members. If you'd like to help support my channel by becoming a patron like these guys do, feel free to check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/Optibotimus. Or if you want to keep all of your perks and rewards right here on YouTube like these guys, consider becoming a member of Optibotimus Plus. For that, all you have to do is click on that little join button right down there. And finally, remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.